Hello and welcome. This is Cheryl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm excited to be part of a Pear Blossom Press Instagram and video hop. I'm going to be using the Twinkle lights. I'm going to create a card with these Snow Notes die set. This is one from Spellbinders. They came out with a couple months ago. And I'm going to use a couple of star dies from other die sets. So I have this trio of stars from the Tunnel Clouds die set, and then I have this single star from the Country Snowman die set. I wanted to create some star openings in my sky, and that was the closest thing that I could find to what I had envisioned in my head. So before we start anything with the lights, I'm going to assemble my snowman. The snowmen themselves, the bodies are die cut out of some brushed cardstock from the White Treasured cardstock pack. So it has some shimmer to it. It looks almost like regular cardstock, but when you tilt it into the light, it's got just a little bit of shimmer to it. You could also use glitter cardstock and that would give it even more sparkle to it, but I wanted it to be a little bit more subtle because I wanted the focus to be on the wow factor from the lights. So I have everything die cut here. I have the pieces to go behind the little mouths as well as little pebbles or buttons. That is die cut out of some Raven cardstock. We have our arms die cut out of some acorn cardstock. The noses are die cut out of some carrot cardstock. And a lot of these pieces would be perfect for die cutting cardstock scraps because they don't take a whole lot of cardstock. I always love being able to add extra texture to my card. So one of the ways that I'm doing it with this card is these scarf pieces are die cut with velvet cardstock. So it gives them a nice soft fuzzy texture, really fun to touch, and just something a little bit different and unexpected. So I have some red for the snowman in the center, and then we have some green scarves for the two outer snowmen. I'm going to be making an A2 card here, but you could easily just adapt this and make it a larger card, a 5x7 card if you want to. So once I am done gluing all these pieces together, I'll let them sit for a few moments to completely dry. I like to use Barely Art liquid glue for assembling my die cuts because it gives you that bit of wiggle room. Liquid glue also goes a really long way. You don't need to use a whole lot of glue and it sticks really, really well. I have mine in a fine tip bottle, so it's perfect for assembling die cuts like this. And I'm also going to be using it for assembling my cards. You can see that once you have all your pieces or die cut, they're really easy to assemble. I will typically put all my pieces out, lay them all out kind of in order of how I plan on assembling them or the pieces that go together. It makes it a lot easier when assembling rather than having a pile of pieces to the side and having to dig through them. I find that having them all organized while you're doing the assembly makes the assembly process really, really quick. Now, when it comes to the arms for the center guy, you can see how it goes right in front of his body. I'm not gluing them on because he's going to be holding a little book. That book is going to have the push stamp on it that's going to trigger the lights. So I want to assemble that or add that later, but I do want my snowmen assembled so that I can position where I want those stars to go in the sky. So I basically put them on the front of the card. It doesn't matter if they're precise or not, so that I can figure out exactly where I want those star die cuts to go. This would be a great one if you have a star background. I think that one would be a fun one to do as well. The Twinkle lights have one trigger, but they have 3 wires or 3 different wire sets for 3 different lights. So you can position them in different spots. I'm going to have one going to that trio of stars in the upper right corner, and then one to each of the single stars. So that's why I've decided to die cut the number that I did die cut for this. So I have this die cut out of some Breeze cardstock. You could easily do white cardstock and then do your ink blending on white. That would work easily as well. I have 3 different distress inks that I'm using for my ink blending, and I'm not intending to completely ink blend over that Breeze cardstock. So that's one of the reasons why I chose blue, but you could easily use white cardstock and then do it over the whole thing. I'm doing mermaid around the outside, and you can see that I'm not necessarily being even with my ink blending. When I'm doing skies especially, I like it when there's some lighter areas and some darker areas. In my opinion, it gives a little bit more visual interest. It makes it look a little bit more interesting. But if you prefer the look of completely even blending and solid blending, you absolutely can do that. So there's a lot of wiggle room here to customize it the way you like. Another thing that I think would be great for this sky is adding a few different colors to kind of emulate the northern lights. I think that would be fun as well. For a little bit of splatter and shimmer in my background, I'm using some sparkle splatter accents. This comes in a little bottle, like a nail polish bottle. You want to shake it up to make sure that the mica or the shimmer part is really well mixed in. When I take that brush out of the bottle, I like to take some of the excess off so that I have a little bit more control over my splatters. I splatter it while it's on that sticky mat, and then I just set it aside to completely dry. And the drying time itself is really, really quick, so you don't have to wait a whole lot of time for that. While I am waiting for that to dry, I'm going to take my little music book and I'm going to stamp the push stamp on here. So I'm using the stamp set from Pear Blossom Press, and it's a great one to go with these lights because there's ones that say push, pull, blow. It really helps direct your recipient to what to do with the card. So I had already adjusted, or I placed my stamp in my Misty stamping tool, and I stamped on the little mat that I have there. So I knew where that stamp was positioned. And then I positioned that book there, stamped it with the Uncharted Mariner Distress ink. Then I set that aside to dry. We can add that to our snowman later. So now it's time to start the assembly for the light. So this comes in a 2-pack. You do want to break the 2 of them apart unless you want to have a card that has 2 switches and 6 different lights to it. I'm only going to be using the 1 switch with the 3 lights. I am putting the battery in. So there's a plus sign on the battery and there's a plus sign on the little slot where you put the battery in. You just slide the plus sign in first and make them match, and that is what makes those lights go. I like to test mine many, many times while I'm creating. So you'll see regularly I will be pulling that or pushing that switch and making sure that everything is working, that I haven't done something to make it not work. I've never actually done anything to make them not work, but I always like the reassurance while I'm creating to know that things are turning out how I plan and that the lights are still working and whatnot. So I want to put a little bit of vellum behind those openings. It's going to soften the lights just a little bit. If you want them really, really bright, you could always just use some acetate and then they're going to be nice and clear and bright. But again, I wanted to soften, I wanted to diffuse the light just a little bit. So that vellum is going to do that. And once again, checking to make sure that the look behind the vellum is the look that I want. I also want to assemble the snowman on the front of my card because I want to make sure that I can position that little battery pack with that button exactly where I want it for that little book that the middle snowman is going to be holding. So once again, I'm using that Barely Art glue to glue my card together. And you can see that on the left and right hand side, I have the side of the bodies of those snowmen going outside of the card. And that way I have enough space for the snowman in the center. Now you could easily just do 1 snowman on its own, but I like that trio. So if you wanted all 3 snowmen to be within the sky frame, if you will, you could either make a larger card or you could take some scissors and you could trim off those 2 little side pieces. Sometimes when I'm creating though, I kind of like the look of the image or the die cut going outside of the line. So that's what I'm going to keep with this one. But again, if you want it to stay within that frame, you could easily just trim off those corners. You wouldn't miss much of those corners not being there. So I'm going to put some score tape on that battery pack to attach it to the back. And I'm just attaching it really, really lightly before making sure to press down and making sure that it has some good contact with that paper. Now I just want to make sure that that switch is in the right spot, which is right below the push stamp that's on the book that the center snowman is holding. So when you take these lights out, they're wires. Each one of them has a red and a blue wire. I believe that's the colors of the wire. You want to separate them apart. And I like to tape these wires down with some Best Ever craft tape while I'm creating, just to make sure they stay exactly where they're supposed to be. I don't want the wires to accidentally go in front of the vellum and be visible on the front of the card. And I also don't want them to go outside the exterior of that card base. So I make sure to tape them really, really well. The nice thing about the Best Ever craft tape is if by chance I need to fix it or lift it back up to move the wires just a little bit, it's really easy. It's almost like washi tape or like a Post-it note tape, a little bit stickier than Post-it note tape, but it's just a great way to adhere it to make sure it's not going to move on you and make sure those lights and everything stay exactly where you want. So as I attach each light, you can see that I go and I flip it right over and I test it again. I put some white cardstock under there to test it. It just makes the lights a little bit more visible in my opinion. And I like the white behind it because it makes those stars just a little bit brighter. So I do one light at a time, and once they are all done, I can test it for that third time just to make sure everything is working as I want it to. Then I can take a little bit of my glue and glue the arms down on that little music book. I want to make sure that there's not something to catch on anything when you're pulling it out of the envelope. So for this card, I plan on using a piece of cranberry cardstock as the frame around my image piece, but I don't necessarily like that cranberry cardstock underneath those stars with vellum. I think it makes them look a little bit darker. So I'm going to take a piece of white hammermill cardstock. It doesn't matter what the cardstock is, but I just want something light. I'm cutting it smaller than my snowman sky piece here, so that when I put that piece on there, it's going to completely cover the outside edges of that white piece there. But that way I have some nice bright white stars, but I still have that cranberry color framing the whole thing. There's a stamp in that Pear Blossom Press stamp set that has a light around it that says handmade for you, and I just think it's really cute. So I stamped that on the back of the card. And then I'm going to use some foam tape. These battery packs here have a little bit of dimension to them, and if you try to glue this piece down flat, you're going to have a bulge in the middle of your card where that pack is. So I like to use some foam tape in order to add that dimension. The tape that I happen to have here is just a little bit too thin, so I'm going to use 2 layers of it. So I go around the outside edges, add a little bit on the inside of the card just to have some support and dimension on the inside of the card as well. I don't want to have it thick around the outside and then kind of dip in the center, so I like to add a little bit in the center too. Once again, making sure not to have any covering any of those openings for the stars or going outside of my piece of paper. I want to make sure that it's nice and inside. So once I have that first layer down, I take the backing off of all of them, add a second layer to all of them, and then I will take the backing off once again and add that to the front of the card. So at this point, or by this point, if you haven't already taken those edges off the snowman and you want to make sure to do that before you adhere this to the front of the card. A little bit easier before the tape or the foam tape is on the back of the card, but you want to make sure to do that before attaching it to the card front. And you can see from this video how it's going to look on the front of the card going outside of the lines there. And again, if you like that look, you can keep that way. If you don't like that look, you can trim that. It's really nice and easy to do. So for my sentiment for this Snow Notes stamp set or die set has a sentiment that says fa la 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 la, which I think just works absolutely perfect to go with these little guys. So I have 1 piece die cut with white cardstock to go underneath the piece, and then the upper layer I have the inset that says the fa la 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 la, so that it has a little bit of extra dimension to it. It's hard to read on the video, but it's absolutely adorable. You could also ink that die before doing your die cutting if you wanted to add a little bit of ink to that as well. But it really finishes off that card. Now you could leave the card as is, but like I said at the beginning, I love finding different ways to add different textures and dimension to my cards. So one of the ways that I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to this was add a little bit of stickles in those star vellum pieces. Now I try to keep it as thin as possible because vellum is not going to like that moisture, so I don't want it to buckle too much. The nice thing about that stickles is it's transparent, and the glitter doesn't have really any color to it. It's more opalescent, so it's just going to add a little bit of sparkle. And then for a bit of shine, I put some glossy accents on top of the carrot noses and then let it dry completely. And it's one of those things, they're really tiny features to add to cards, but it just catches the light so nicely when you're tilting it into the light. And I think some of those features are the things that make handmade cards so much fun. So the main feature of this card are those twinkling star lights. I think they're absolutely adorable. But then we have that little bit of shimmer from the brushed white cardstock from the treasured cardstock pack for the snowman. We have the shiny carrot noses, and then the shimmer splatter on the back and the sparkly stars. They're just different little elements that make it custom and make it to the next level, or take it to the next level, in my opinion. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the time that you spend with me. I hope you have a fantastic day.